Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle. If you are new here, if you are not new here, thank you. And even if you are new here, thank you as well, and welcome to my channel. So today y'all, this is a different setup than you guys are used to seeing, and that's because we are doing my makeup routine. I've had so many requests to do a makeup routine, so here we are. Right now I just have on I did my skincare routine, so I just have on moisturizer. I did do my eyebrows off camera just because I didn't think I would be able to do it on camera. But for one, I get my eyebrows threaded probably like every 2 to 3 months. I can probably go longer because my eyebrows are not really that thick. So I can go longer, but I did use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color chocolate, I think, y'all. I think it's chocolate, but I'll leave it below. It rubbed off the pencil, so I don't know. I think it's chocolate though, y'all. And then I use the Wet n Wild concealer. I know y'all probably thinking, Wet n Wild, girl, we ain't seen that in a long time, but it is a drugstore product, and it is very, very, very reasonable when it comes to the price, and that's why I use it. Been using it for years on years on years, and it has not failed me. So don't sleep on the drugstore products. So again, my eyebrows is done. Once I do my eyebrows, I move into the foundation, and the foundation I use is the MAC Studio Fix Plus. Now I have a lot of other foundations, but this is my holy grail. This is the foundation that you guys see me in a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me in my NARS as well, but I would say 90% of the time it was MAC Studio Fix Plus, and I wear the color NC44. And I don't do a lot of like foundation. I really just put like that much on my finger and just dab. Got a little more, and now we're just going to dab it all over my face. Now my favorite makeup brush is the Morphe M439. So we just take that and blend it in. I kind of pat and swipe. I know some people say don't swipe, but I swipe a little bit just to get the product all over my face. So I dab and swipe. Don't forget your neck, ladies. Bring that foundation down, because if not, you'll have that demarcation line where you can tell like you have something on your face that you don't have on your neck. So you want to make sure you bring that foundation down to your neck too. Now we are all blended in. You guys are probably thinking like it's really not that much of a difference, and that's the point. To me, I only like to wear heavy foundation if I'm like going somewhere. I'm going to be taking pictures, say I'm going to a wedding or birthday dinner, like I'm going to be out. Other than that, my makeup stays a very, very natural. I think I probably have one of the easiest makeup routines that you guys have ever seen, like super easy. Next, we are going to move into the concealer. I do use 2 concealers because I do have under eye bags, as you see. They're a little bit more out today than normal because of my allergies. So I've had these bags my entire life. I am thinking about getting them removed though, but again, I've had them my entire life, and they're not going anywhere unless I get them removed. So we're going to start with this Born This Way concealer in the color Cookie. This is another one of my holy grails. Been using this for years. I love the Born This Way concealers. So this color is like the same color as my skin tone, which is why I go in with this color first. So I just dab a little bit. And that's it. I just put a little bit under my eyes. You already know, or maybe you don't know, when you put your concealer on, let it sit and get tacky a little bit. That way it doesn't rub off on your brush and it'll actually cover. So we're going to let that sit there for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so we've let the concealer get a little dry, as you see. And then we're just gonna blend it in with this Real Technique brush. Most of my brushes are Real Technique or e.l.f. and I've had them for a while. I did just pick up some new Real Technique brushes from TJ Maxx. I showed you guys those in a haul. And then we're just going to blend. And this is the Real Technique concealer brush. Actually, it's a setting brush, but I use it for concealer, and the number 402. And that was just the first layer of concealer. Now we're going to go in with the second layer. As you see, you can still see the under the eye bags a little bit, but that's why we're going to go in with the second concealer. So it's going to help hide these bags even more, and then also it's going to brighten up my under eye. So the concealer that I use to brighten is the Tarte Shape Tape. Love this concealer down mainly because of my under eye bags, and I use the color light medium. Again, this is to brighten up my under eye and cover these bags a little bit more. So I do put it underneath my eyes, and then I also put a little bit here, and then I do a little bit on my forehead. And we're gonna let that sit and get a little dry as well. I really want the under eye to get really like dry and tacky, but I can start blending out my forehead and my chin now. And you just blend, blend, blend. Honestly, y'all, that is the key to makeup. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that many a times. Blend, 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 blend. Blend. And then also I'll go in with my foundation brush too, just to blend it out a little more, so it can all look seamless. If you guys see me looking over to the side, it's because I need to look in the mirror. Okay, now that we have the chin blended out, we're gonna move to the forehead. And I do like to bring it down in between my eyebrows. And I'm not sure if I said this, but I only scoped out the bottom of my eyebrows. I don't put concealer on the top. I know some people do concealer on the top and bottom. I just do it on the bottom. If you can see, that is blended out seamlessly. And then we're also gonna go in with our contour, so it's gonna be even more seamless. Now let's blend out this under eye. And this I do just pat. Just tap it, tap it, tap it. Initially, y'all, I wasn't even gonna do this video today just because I'm like, oh, my under eye bags are really bad today because my eyes are itchy. But I'm like, today is probably like the best day to do it, just to show how I do cover them up. And they probably don't completely go away, but this is how I do my makeup, just to kind of like mask them a little bit. I always take my foundation brush with the little bit of foundation that was on there from when I initially put on my makeup, just to kind of like blend all the concealer out, because again, this is a lighter color, so we just want to make sure, you know, it's seamless. Okay, we have our concealer blended out. Next, I'm going to do the eyeshadow. I'm not an eyeshadow girly where I could like use a bunch of different colors and stuff like that, just because I don't know how to do eyeshadow, y'all. So I just take my bronzer, which is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark, and I just put it in my crease. And I do that by using this e.l.f. brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but I'm pretty sure it's just an e.l.f. Eyeshadow brush. Let's just take that. Just blend. Just put it in my crease. Put it all over your lid. I'm gonna do the same for the other. And I kind of just do like circular motions. Make sure that it's blended. And then since I already have concealer on, I just really take my finger and blend it out. Blend that concealer into that eyeshadow or bronzer that you just put on, just to make it like seamless. And that is all I do for my eyes, y'all, because I don't know how to do nothing else. Now that the concealer is blended out, we're gonna go in and set everywhere that we put concealer. This is the Laura Mercier in the color Translucent. This is like one of my favorite setting powders. Honestly, everything that I'm using in this video is things that I've been using for many years. And even when I find something else, I always go back to these same products. So we have the mineralized skin finish. I just put a little bit in the lid. And then I take my powder puff. And then I just dab that just so it can be even on my powder brush. On my powder, I can't talk, y'all. On my powder puff, I blend it out on my hand just so it can just be even. And I do bring it down my nose just so it can give my nose that contour look. I don't contour my nose, but that's the way. It's like a trick to getting that contour look on your nose. I really don't like to make my nose look skinny. I just feel like my nose is my nose. So next we're going to go into the bronzer, which is going to bring color back into my face. I know most people use a cream bronzer, but I don't. Again, unless I'm like going somewhere and I'm going to be taking pictures, I don't like to, for one, take all that time to blend out the cream because I already had to blend out my foundation and the concealer. I don't want to do all that blending again with the cream and then I have to put a powder on top of it. So 99% of the time I don't use a cream contour. I just go in with my powder. And this is an e.l.f. brush that broke. It is broke and it's being broke, y'all. I need to get a new one, but it still worked the same. And this is just going to put color back in my face after putting on the foundation and the concealer. As you see, it's bronzing me up. As you see, it's bringing, I'm sure you guys can tell that it's like bringing the color back into my face. So I want to look all pale and, you know. So the first color I went in with was dark, and now I'm going to go in with my deep dark, which is also a mineralized skin finish MAC powder. And that gives me even more color. Now we are all bronzed up. And we're gonna put on our blush. Now, my favorite blushes are MAC Peaches, which I don't think they sell this anymore, or MAC Peach Twist. I think they do have Pink Twist. And then this Juvia's Place Volume 4, I think is the number. It's the pink one. We're going to use this one today because this is the one that I've been wearing recently. We're just going to go in with a Real Technique brush. This is in the number 202. It's angled. It just says it's a face brush, so you can pretty much use it for whatever. And I just dabbed this one a whole bunch of times, and then I'll dab that one once because it's really bright. Just a little bit, and then go back into that one. And then I just put that kind of like on top of the bronzer and under the under eye. And I start off light with the blush just because the blush, it can be a lot sometimes. So I feel like it's better to build it up than put a lot on at first, and then you're trying to blend it out and you end up not liking your makeup. And just put that on the highest part of my cheek, kind of under my eye a little bit, as you see, and then it blends right into the bronzer. When it comes to makeup, y'all, you gotta trust the process because you'll be doing your makeup like, what the heck did I do? But it all comes together. Even like now, I feel like I put on too much of the darker pink, but it's fine because I am going to clean up my under eye, that loose powder that I put up under there, and kind of like blend it all so it can just be seamless. And to blend that out, I take a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, which I think this is in the color medium, y'all. It rubbed off, and I don't know what color it is with this flat top brush. I don't put a lot on the brush, just a little bit, just to kind of like blend out my under eye. Again, we're just brushing off all the loose powder that we put on, making everything seamless. You see how everything is coming together. Those under eye bags are covered. Again, depending on the day, they might be fully covered, they might not, but it's fine. And then I'm also just taking this same brush, there's nothing on there, just kind of just like blending everything out. So far, this is what we have. I like my makeup to look pretty natural, even when I'm on video, which is why I don't use the cream bronzer. Next, we are going to move into the lashes. I'm going to do those off camera, y'all, because I already have a really hard time putting on lashes, but I'll come back with my lashes on. And the lashes that I'm using are these Juvia's Place lashes, and the name of them are Royalty. But I do concealer first before putting on those lashes. This is the Lash Paradise. And the glue that I use for my lashes is hair glue, y'all. I use hair glue for my lashes. I know most people don't. They say take your lashes out. I use hair glue, and I always have used hair glue for my lashes. Okay, y'all, the lashes are on. Now we're going to take this powder that I showed you guys earlier and just kind of like clean this up. Just a little bit. Okay, now that the lashes are on, it's time for me to set my face. I use different setting sprays, MAC Fix Plus. I use the Morphe spray, and then also I use the Charlotte Tilbury. Now the Charlotte Tilbury I don't use by itself ever. I'll use one of these two and then put this on top, just because I feel like this makes your makeup really matte, and I don't like my makeup to be matte. I like it to be like a semi matte because I like my makeup to glow a little bit. So today I think we're going to use the Morphe. I've had this for a while and I have forgot about it, and I ran out of the Fix Plus and started using this again, and now I'm back in love with this. So we're going to use this today. We're going to let that dry, and once that dry, we're going to do the bottom lashes. I'm going to use the same mascara that I used on the top lashes. Normally, I don't do any type of eyeliner. I've had people ask me, what eyeliner do you have on? And I don't wear any. It probably looks like I have on eyeliner just because the lashes that I have on, they kind of have like a thicker band. So it makes me look like I have on like eyeliner. But that's pretty much the face, y'all. Now we're going to move into this lip combo. I feel like the lip combo is really what pulls the makeup all together and just give you that look. So we're going to go in with my MAC lip pencil in Cork. We have our lip liner on. Then I'll just do that, just kind of like blend the lip liner out. And then we have our MAC lipstick in the color Honey Love. And it's just like this pinky nude color here. I just do that just to blend the lipstick in the lip liner. And sometimes I will go back in with the lip liner. Now, if you like a matte lip, you can leave your lip just like this. I like a glossy lip, so unless I'm wearing like a red matte lipstick, then I'll leave that matte. I don't like my red lipsticks to be glossy, but anything else I like to be glossy. So we're gonna go in with the Fenty Sweet Mouth. This is my favorite Fenty lip gloss. I love this down. Had to pick up a new one yesterday. It's just like this light pink. And then I like to put it on my finger because I like to put the lip gloss on the outside of my lip. So basically where I put the liner is where I put the lip gloss. And that is the lip combo. Now if I wanted to make it a bit lighter in the middle, I can use this Anastasia lip gloss in the color Cotton Candy. And I'm going to do that just to show you guys. And that just made it a bit pinker in the middle, but... And then lastly, I use my Fenty Hustler Baby highlighter. I feel like people don't really use highlighter anymore, but I still do. And I really just put it on the like tip of my nose, just to make it kind of, you know, put it up there on my eyebrows, just a little bit on my forehead, just to give me, you know, a little bit of glow. Yeah, you guys, that is it for my makeup routine. I feel like it was super easy, but if it wasn't, let me know, because I do have like a makeup, no makeup look that I can also show you guys. So let me know if you guys want to see that as well. If you stayed to the end, I have a little announcement. So in August, I will be dropping little mini vlogs of like my day-to-day life, more like lifestyle, just to let you guys in a little bit more. I am doing a shoe giveaway. Also, I'm going to do a Q&A, so you guys can ask me anything you want. I know people have a lot of questions. I just popped up on YouTube a year ago, dropping videos, fashion, beauty, things like that. And you are probably thinking like, we really don't know anything about her. So I am going to do a Q&A in August as well. I would love to get to 5,000 subscribers before doing a Q&A, just so I can have a lot of questions. I don't want to do it and I only get like a few questions, so I do want to get my subscribers up a bit more to at least 5,000 or close to 5,000 when I do the Q&A. But until then, you guys, I'll see you in the next one, which is going to be August 1st, which is going to be a Saturday, so look out for that. I normally drop on Sunday, so be looking for the next video on Saturday, and thank you guys for watching.